Hey, Jules Plus Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those who are new, I know you can benefit. So it was 100 and who knows how much, 7 I think, 103 at 6 o'clock at night, and I'm still taking care of my pig Luna, who, praise God, dared to eat today, which I'm hoping will process through her body. If you don't know, my pig's been sick. I've been sharing that the last couple of days. She's a potbelly pig. She's going to be 3 in August, and we rescued her about a year and a half ago. And she's just beautiful and worthy of living. And luckily, we did get a mobile vet to come out. And we've largely been treating her with enemas because getting water, even in that end of the body, especially if you can't hold anything down, really hydrates all through the body, which is so amazing. So that's true for humans too, but that's not the talk. So I just wanted to thank you for your good thoughts, because Luna is coming along, but she is not out of the woods yet. For me, I'm still dizzy. I'm still dizzy with that vertigo, if I'm being honest. I just can't believe it, but even like going to Mass, I often put my head down, either in prayer or whatever, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm on a rocking boat. That's a bummer. And I'm also being really hyper affected by the heat. And I'm not even on medication. When I was on medications, heat was actually dangerous. And the medication even said, you can't take this medication if you're going to be in the heat. I'm so glad I'm off all medications, because I'm in the high desert and you cannot hide from the heat. All right. So that said, I had a successful day. I did all the things that were required of me, even though this morning I was so tired I wanted to cry. And I literally wanted to just blow everything off. And instead I got on my rebounder and I pushed through. And I actually rebounded for like 43 minutes, which was amazing. And I, didn't want to go to Mass. I went to Mass. I didn't want to, there were so many things I didn't want to do today because I have this, what I refer to as like a film on me. It's weighing me down somehow. And at the same time, I am absolutely eating right. And I talked about this about a week ago when I was just going to start what's referred to as the tannyrawreset. And that is something you can look up on any social media platform. But it is something that only takes place every other week, and it's $300. But it's amazing and worth every penny, because my gosh, she gives hours of her time every day for an entire month. And it is completely life-changing. So it might be something you have to earn your pennies for, most certainly. And I did. So it won't even start again until September. And that depends on what her life is, right? But I'm in this one for July. So a week ago, when I was just getting ready to start, tomorrow will be a week, I really committed to myself to be honest, right? To take the moment to actually write down all my food, to be authentic, to not... I realized there were so many times, and I'm sure if you look back over the last, 6 months or whatever, while we've been doing our 45-week challenge to the best version of ourselves in the new year, there were many days where I said, oh, darn, I slipped. Well, gosh, I didn't, a ton of times, which of course have added up and have equaled no weight loss on a girl whose end of the year goal is to get to regular weight. Neat trick, right? So, excuse me. So, I've been completely accountable for just this first week, and have had zero slips at all, because I'm doing all the things, right? I'm eating primarily fruit and vegetables, only some healthy fats. I'm drinking my 16 ounces of water. I'm doing the side things like the rebounder, exercising my arms, saying my rosary, and then just taking care of all the things I'm required to do anyway. And I've been exhausted. Whatever this is, whatever this flu is, and they said there's a lot of different viruses going around that are lasting a long time. It's been 3 weeks. I definitely have that struggle. And there's no question that stress and depression will take you down. And even though I haven't said it per se or acted like it most of the time, I've been honest with you guys, but in general, there's no doubt that I've been stressed out over not having a teaching job, that I have been slightly depressed over the way it went down in the way that they let me go. So those things, whether you say them out loud or not, your body knows, right? Your spirit knows, your body knows, and it does weigh on you. So all of that has been weighing on me. I was completely blessed to have had an interview this week, and it was a difficult interview. It was super challenging, but I was on fire for it, and it went incredibly well. Whether they choose me or not, I know that I was intelligent and did all the things I was supposed to do in that interview, and it just felt good to, get my feet wet, if you will. So I'm waiting to see what else God presents, but I trust that when school starts, which up here is in about less than a month, I will have a job. All right, so I was cruising through, and I actually found this on TannyRawreset's site. It was a quote from somebody else, but I wanted to go ahead and share it, and it's actually by Brendan, and I'm going to say Burchard. It's Burchard, Burchard. Brendan Burchard. And maybe he's super famous and maybe everybody knows him but me. But like I said, I happened to see this on Tanny's site and wanted to share it. So it says, I feel alive today because today is a blessing. That's how I talk all the time. In this moment, I can find misery or meaning, boredom or motivation. I can expand the hatred in the world, or I can amplify love. In all the chaos, I can find stillness and joy within. All is well, and nothing has to happen to give me more happiness in life. I simply choose to be happy now, to be grateful now, to be a source of love and light for others. I am whole. I am ready. This is my day. I love that because so much of that is how I roll. Like, so much of that is what I just absolutely know and believe. People say that all the time. My gosh, Juliana, you just got trampled by your horse. Your house is burning down. Your husband lost his job. Your dog died. All those things happen, and they happen more often to me than a lot of people. But by God's grace, and I truly see it as grace, especially if you know my backstory and some of the things I went through as a child, and even as an adult, let's be fair, I can still find joy. I still see hope. I'm still happy and excited. I still believe that tomorrow, and even later today, is going to present something wonderful. And that mindset is just, I'm a God person, and I only see it as God's grace because by all accounts, there is no reason a person who has been through physical abuse, sexual abuse, rape as an adult, robbed, like all the things I've gone through, I absolutely could have gone to misery or meaning. And you know what? I think part of my, what word am I looking for? For sure, grace, but part of my ability, not only that I compartmentalize, which I've said many times, I put those things in boxes and deal with them not all at once because it's too much, but my ability to roll with things and move forward is because I don't try and find meaning, actually. I can find misery or meaning. I don't try and find meaning because I'll overanalyze it to death. And I was kind of laughing because I'm like, God, I'll be interested to sit down with God and say, yo, what's up, Father? I'm just going to go, so what did you think of all that? How do you think my life went? How do you think I handled it? Like, I would just love someone sitting, absolutely, and I think it's going to be my guardian angel and we're going to have to talk, but someone sitting on the outside and just watching that, and that might be a movie or a book someday, I don't know. Hey, excuse me, don't do that. Who knows? Anyway, though, I really appreciated this because there were so many things that I can relate to. So I feel alive today because today is a blessing. Absolutely. I was at Mass, and I love that the priest, before he even opens the Mass, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, before he even opens the Mass, he addresses the congregation and just says, do you know how fortunate we are to be here? Do you know that there's people who are not here? People who are already in the grave, people who are in a hospital, people who are at home ailing and can't get to Mass, people who have chosen not to come. Do you know how blessed we are that we can be here? I just love that. So yeah, today is a blessing for sure in this moment. And it's empowering. We always have choices. And I give that to my kids, meaning my students and even my children, where I've given them the choices. They may not like either choice, but I empower them by giving them one. So if there's a consequence and it's like, you know what, you have two choices. You can go to your room or you can do what I just asked of you. They might not want to do either, but I empowered them by giving them a choice. And so when it said, I can find misery or meaning, and again, I seldom go to misery and I seldom go to meaning. Boredom or motivation. I remember I had a 6th grade teacher, and she wrote me right after 6th grade, and it was the most exciting thing in the world because I loved it. I get it. They're hearing fireworks. I'm so sorry, sweetie. Those are fireworks, and you're safe. You're completely safe. Mama didn't hear it the first time. You're okay. Anyway, she wrote me right after 6th grade. I was so honest, but the purpose of her letter literally said, if there's one thing I would hope, it was that I would never hear the "I'm bored" come out of your mouth again, and that boredom is from within. And I was just like, dang. So all my life I've gone, okay, you're bored right now? What choices do you have? Because boredom's from within. You can't blame anyone around you. Find interest in this moment. I love that. Mrs. Nancy Bechtel, she's still out there. She even came to my wedding, as did my 4th grade teacher and a ton of other wonderful people. All right, so, oh yeah, my college professor, like all these great people who influenced me showed up at my wedding. Boredom or motivation. And then it says, I can expand the hatred in the world, or I can amplify love in all the chaos. Presuming that the world is chaos, I choose love. I can find stillness and joy within. God, it's so great when people take a moment of quiet. All is well and nothing has to happen to give. And that's in quotation marks. I'm going to use this as the icon for this video so you can definitely reread it. To give me more happiness in life. Nothing's going to give it. We have to choose it, right? I simply choose to be happy now, to be grateful now, to be a source of love and light for others. I am whole and I am ready. All right, I'll leave you with that, you guys. Like if you like, join us if you haven't. And best of all, know that you're blessed.